Hello viewers, welcome to Virtual Counselling Session, Facebook Live with Ulster University. I hope you are safe and well. I'm Mohammad Rajani, I'm Managing Director of TCL Global. TCL Global based in Portsmouth in UK. We have 5 offices around the world. We have our regional office in Saudi Arabia and Kuwait. We have 2 offices in Bangladesh, Dhaka and Sylhet. We have more than 3,000 students last year, and we work with more than 70 UK universities. We are the official partner with them. And we're the largest education consultancy firm based in southeast of England for Middle East. And our service is completely free of charge. And we have been actually serving students since 2011. It's a great pleasure for me to inform you I have a guest with me, Neil, from Ulster University. Neil is the International Recruitment Officer for Middle East and Africa. Thank you very much, Neil, for joining us today.
Thank you very much for having me. Delighted to be here and to guide you through some information about Ulster University.
Okay, thank you. It will be a great pleasure to speak today about the Ulster University. We have been working for a number of years. It's a fantastic university. I visited the fantastic city, Belfast, It's a nice city to live in and study. So we'll find out more. We'll learn more about the courses, entry requirements, scholarships, the intake, undergraduate, postgraduate, PhD, foundation, accommodation, then also the alternative test of IELTS, So we'll find out more. Stay with us. Please don't forget to share this session. And if you have any question, you are most welcome to ask any question. We'll try to answer your question. Also, we have our virtual fair is coming in June and July time. That time we'll have an opportunity to directly connect with Daniel and to find out more about the Ulster University. So you can find out the courses, tuition fee, entry requirement. So please register today. You can find details in our website and also in our Facebook pages. So please follow us, then you will find more. And also you can contact our team. Our team is working from home now from Bangladesh and also from Middle East and then also from my team in Portsmouth, UK. So you can reach them through WhatsApp or email. Neil, back to you. Thank you very much. So you can start with a little bit overview of the city, Belfast itself. Then we can go a little bit overview about the Ulster University. Please, Neil, thank you.
Of course. So Ulster University, so we are based in Northern Ireland. Northern Ireland is in the north part of Ireland, but it is part of the UK. So students coming to Northern Ireland do come on a UK Tier 4 student visa if they are studying, just to confirm our sort of geographical location, and we're part of the UK. You are correct. So the capital city of Northern Ireland is Belfast. And the total population of Northern Ireland as a country is just over 1.8 million people. So for many people, this is a very attractive option of a place to come because it is a small country with a small population, which makes it feel like a very attractive destination. There's a real sense of community around Northern Ireland because of that smaller population. So people are made to feel very welcome. As a country and as a city, there are a lot of attractive things that would encourage people to come, not just as students, but also for tourists, for visitors, for employment, for investment. And we've seen that in Northern Ireland over the last sort of 10 to 15 years, a huge injection of investment, which has shown and helped the growth of the country. So we've got everything here. If you're interested, for example, in sort of the economy, there have been numerous multinational companies that have set up their headquarters and offices here in Northern Ireland. If you're looking at it from a social point of view, the city has grown in terms of activities that people can do when they come here. There's everything from theatres, restaurants, bars, activities that you can do, sporting activities as well. So just last year, actually, we held the World Open Golf here in Northern Ireland. We've also had cycling, the Giro d'Italia a few years ago as well, and many other sporting events throughout Northern Ireland. So if you're interested in sport as well, we are a country that can host a huge amount of these activities. In terms of sort of the landscape of the country as well, we've got beautiful scenic areas as well. So we have a beautiful coastline, lots of beaches and walks. So for people coming here that are interested in seeing sort of picturesque landscape areas, there are beautiful areas that you can visit here in Northern Ireland. Obviously, it does have capital city as well. So for those that are interested, for example, in shopping, in general city life, that is also available as well. So it's a really nice balance of city life and the vibrancy of a city, but it's also balanced with beautiful landscape, countryside, and coastal areas as well. And I suppose the biggest thing really is because it is a small country, to get from the capital city to a coastline can take less than 30 minutes. So we are a small country, which means everything is very accessible, which is also very attractive.
Thank you. I think we already got a few questions. I think we can take is for the Kamal. We have already paid the tuition fee more than 1.5 months back. We hope to get the medical done the moment they start doing the medical here. As per IMO is after 30th of May. Is there any problem that issuing cash after that date? Up to what day you will provide the cash?
Okay, so typically the CAS for students is typically issued. We cannot issue a CAS before a certain date. It's before 3 months of a course commencing. So it does depend on the course. If the student is coming for a course in September, it would be in the next few months that the various visa supporting documents would be supplied by the university. So that CAS letter with your individual CAS number would be produced closer to the time. So if you have paid your deposit, then fantastic, and congratulations. That's fantastic that you're coming to join us at Ulster. But you will probably have been in contact with our visa compliance team, and they will have guided you through that process. If you have not received the CAS, typically around 2 months before the course, then obviously please do get in touch directly with us or speak to the team from TCL to get in touch with us to follow that up. But please be rest assured that we issue CAS letters and visas for students every single year and have done for a number of years. So we know the process. So please don't be afraid or worried at this stage. It's just everything takes time and has a process to follow, but that will come to you.
Okay, thank you. I think we got one question regarding COVID, so we can also a little bit touch about the COVID situation. You know, the everywhere's lockdown. The students also a little bit confused about the September intake. So, what is the university response to COVID-19, and what would be your advice for the students who wants to apply, for September intake?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for that question. Very understandable. I think a lot of people at the moment are concerned with COVID-19 and the impact it will have. What I would say from Ulster University's perspective, just to give you a little bit of insight, the students that we currently have that joined us back in September 2019 are some of the students that joined us in January 2020. All of those students, for example, even though the university building itself has closed, all of those students are still undertaking their courses in an online capacity on an online platform. And I suppose the reason I'm telling you that is to highlight to you the commitment that Ulster has to its students to deliver the education that they came for to our institution. So even though we've obviously had this huge, pandemic arrive upon us, we have reacted where our priority has always been the education that we provide to our students. So the students are still doing courses online. They're still submitting assessments and assignments online. They're still any student that came, for example, to do a master's in September 2019, they will still complete their program of study and achieve their qualification at the same date that they should have had they still been at the university building itself. So our commitment is to ensure students still complete their qualification as they intended to. So using that same support, we will continue to support students that have applied for September 2020. Now, obviously, as a university, we are looking at various different contingency plans. We've looked at various different options in ways that we can deliver our programs for September. And as most of you will be aware, the obvious platform would be an online delivery at the beginning of programs. And then when it is safe to do so, for students to then undertake their program in a live capacity face-to-face at the university. Now, at this present moment, the university have not officially announced the way that we will deliver programs in September. But we are continuing to receive applications. We are assessing them. People are still getting offers. We are still receiving deposits from students for September 2020. And what I would say, just to reassure you, any student that does pay their deposit to the university and for whatever reason is unable to come to the university due to COVID-19, perhaps there are travel restrictions, perhaps they do not wish to undertake the program online if that's the delivery method that we take, then those students are entitled to a full refund of their deposit. So that's a reassurance for you that if for whatever reason you cannot come in September or you do not wish to continue in September, that is one option. The other option is for many of our master's programs, there are other intakes as well. So there is that opportunity of deferral as well, which I think we'll probably come to a little bit later. But I suppose the biggest response to that question is that our commitment as a university is to ensure that you can get your qualification at the expected time that you signed up for it.
Okay, thank you very much, Neil. Really very great information. Yes, the viewers, I think many of you already joined. We have a virtual fair in June and July month, so it will run whole July and June month. So you have opportunity to connect with the Neil, Ulster University. I can see many of you already applied, got the unconditional offer. So if you want to have any particular question, please register today. You can find our registration form and barcode in our Facebook, TCL Global Bangladesh page, TCL Global Middle East page, TCL Global North Africa page, and also TCL Global International page. So you have the opportunity to directly connect one-to-one session with the Neil. So please register today. And also we got one questions that I just direct question. I am an unconditional offer holder for September 2020 session for BSc Business Studies with the integrated foundation year. My question is for COVID-19 September session cancelled. With the session be shifted to January for undergraduate?
At this stage, we do not currently have the intention to defer, postpone a September intake to January. At this present moment, we are still aiming for September, but it may be that the first term of your program is delivered online, and then you would come to the university once you're able to do so. So I think we personally, as a university, we currently do not want to necessarily postpone the start date. So at this present moment, and what I would like to just say is we are assessing this on a day-to-day and week-to-week basis. As the laws and regulations and government guidance changes, we are reacting to that, and that affects the decisions that we are making. But at this present moment, we are recruiting still for September start date. And it typically starts around the 23rd, 24th of September. So that still is a few months away. And obviously, like I said, we are looking at different options of how we will deliver that program. But if you have applied and you have an unconditional offer for the foundation program, we are still intending for that to continue and run in September. And the delivery format of that will be confirmed within the next weeks for you. So please rest assured and be confident that we are here to continue to support you with that education.
Thank you. Yes, Afnan, please, you can get in touch with our team. If you are based in Bangladesh, you can find out details in our Facebook page. Our team will be happy to help you any updated information when we receive from university. Please get in touch, and my team can actually help you. So since we have just a little bit touched about the foundation, actually, we can start with the foundation. So if you can tell a little bit entry requirements, also the intake for foundation. Yeah, Neil, please. Yeah.
Absolutely. So the foundation program that we have, we do have a few different options. Typically, we ask for students, and it will depend on many different countries have different education systems and curriculums. But typically, a typical student will have completed 12 years of education. Now, what we will ask is that you have completed your maths and some form of English as well. As part of the entry criteria for a foundation program, you will be required to show your English level. And we ask for an IELTS of 5.5 for that. Now, the actual structure of the program, it is a 1-year program. And students have two options. They can go down the STEM, science, technology, engineering, maths route, or they can go down the arts, humanities, and social sciences route as well. So depending on the actual degree program you intend to go on to do, we will guide you with the appropriate stream of foundation program that you would undertake. It is a 1-year program, and the purpose of the foundation is really, we would consider it as a bridging qualification to allow students who have perhaps completed their high school or their schooling in their home country, and perhaps they don't quite meet the entry criteria for a degree program at Ulster University. So this basically fills that gap and gets you up to the correct level so that you will be successful when you continue on in the degree program with us.
Please go ahead. If you have anything else, Iriam?
So the program itself, the core modules that you will do will always be related to the degree that you go on to do. So if you're going down to science technology, for example, perhaps you want to apply for a mechanical engineering program or civil infrastructure engineering degree program. In that case, the core modules that you would study in your foundation will be your maths, your science, physics, for example. That will be a strong focus there for you. And those modules are made up to actually bring you up to that level so that when you go into the actual degree program in engineering, you have the core skills required for that. And it will be the same no matter what degree course you do. The foundation program is there to give you the core skills that you need to go on and do that particular degree.
Okay, well, thank you, Neil. And also, we've learned from other universities that, the Duolingo, they're accepting for the foundation, the courses, instead of the IELTS as well. Yeah. So is there any update from Ulster about it?
At the moment, we do not currently accept Duolingo. Okay. Under the current climate, we are accepting, obviously, if you have completed an IELTS before the lockdown, we will accept that. We are also accepting the new IELTS indicator, which has been introduced in many countries. And we're also accepting language cert and TOEFL and a number of other qualifications that are approved self-secure English language tests we will accept. But at the moment, unfortunately, Duolingo is not one that we currently accept at Ulster.
And also MOI, like medium of instructions, especially for first level undergraduate, do you accept it? Yeah.
Again, we do accept them. It does depend on the country from which you're applying for. And typically at the moment, it is a maximum of 3 years that we are currently accepting that MOI. So if you have completed a degree in the medium of English from a university in your home country, what we do say is please do send that. If you are making an application to Ulster, do send that information through for us. We will always consider that because we do understand many people have been taught through the medium of English, and it's not a problem if it is on our list of approved institutions and countries. That's not a problem, and we do accept them. We do.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you. Okay, we can move to undergraduate. The application process, entry requirements. Also, is there any placement year or study abroad? Yeah, the option is available for international students. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So, within Ulster University, we have 4 key schools and areas of study. We have life and health sciences. We have a business school. We have computer engineering and the built environment, and we have arts, humanities, and social sciences. Now, each of these core areas have a number of courses, degree programs within them. And it really depends, I suppose, on what you're applying for. But typically, the entry criteria we have will depend on the course you're applying for. Some will have specific entry criteria. So, for example, if you're applying for an engineering degree, we do typically ask for you to have completed maths and science at school level for entry onto that. As we did say, those who have come on to the foundation program will naturally progress into a degree program. There are other areas, for example, like biomedical sciences, where students will be required to have their science background in school as well. So there are some programs that typically ask for a prerequisite area of study. And again, all that information is on our website. But again, for students that are watching or people who are watching today and thinking that they may apply, all that information is on our website, and also TCL Global. The staff there can also guide you on the exact entry criteria or subjects that you need to have studied for a course. The Ulster University degree programs are typically 3 years in duration. However, we do have a number of programs that actually have that have been extended as a 4-year program, which includes a 1-year placement as part of that. So I'll give you an example on it. I know I'm focusing very much on engineering at the moment, but it is a very prominent program at Ulster University within our computer engineering school. So if we take, for example, a student that has applied for, let's take civil engineering, civil and infrastructure engineering, a student coming on that program, if they meet the entry criteria for the degree, undergraduate degree program, they will come for 4 years. So the first year will be their academic study. The second year will also be a year of academic study. The third year is a paid internship and placement where you will actually go and work in industry, and it is a paid internship that you'll get experience from. The other thing to mention about this third year of experience is that you will actually achieve a diploma in professional practice. So this is an additional certificate and qualification to show the skills that you have attained through professional workmanship in your industry. And then in the fourth and final year, the student will return back to the university and complete their academic studies. This means at the end of those 4 years, you will have your academic degree, so your BEng if you're doing engineering, and a diploma in professional practice. This means you have 2 key skills to bring with you for an employer. You have your academic qualification, but you also have your industrial work experience. And these are invaluable for a graduate going in to find a new job. And if it is their very first job that they're looking for, these are really good assets to carry with you, that you have 2 qualifications effectively. So that's a typical structure of the program at Ulster.
Okay, thank you. So for the undergraduate application, is it like a direct application or through the UK application, or the both option is available for international students?
Yes. So if a student has, for example, completed a qualification and they can apply through UCAS, which is the online forum, you are welcome to do that. However, at Ulster University, we do accept direct applications, which can be completed online. It's completely free of charge to apply directly online on the website. It's a very simple process. And what will happen is when you make your application online, you will be required to complete all of your personal details, the course that you're applying for, and you will list the qualifications that you currently have completed up to date. When you submit that to our team, typically within 3 to 5 working days, you will get a response from us with what we would call a general offer, an overview of the conditions that you need to meet. But most importantly, it will include a link for you to upload all of your supporting documents for that application. So in that application document upload, you'll be required to include your transcripts and certificates if you have them, a statement of purpose, which outlines why you're applying to Ulster University, why specifically that course, and how it feeds into your career and what you wish to go on to do. You'll also need to include your IELTS or your MOI, for example, whatever method of English language that you're using to support. And you'll also need a copy of your passport. Those are the key documents that you're required to upload. And with all of that, we will then be able to make a full and final assessment of your application. And based on that, we'll be able to either update your offer letter and make it conditional or unconditional, depending on what the documents you have supported. But what I would like to say is, at this point, if you are uploading documents, please take time and upload as many of those documents as you can. The more documents that you submit for us, the easier it is for us to assess your application, and the quicker we can get back to you with a response. So if you're applying for a degree program, those are the core documents that you would need to supply for us.
Okay, thank you. We can move to master's level program. I know that there is a January intake as well and September intake, yeah? For master's level. So the duration of the course and entry requirements, Neil, if you can touch.
Perfect. So for master's programs here at Ulster, again, we do have a range of programs across all of our faculties. The information, again, is also on our website, but those that are applying, typically a master's program in the UK is a 1-year duration. However, we do offer some of our programs which are a 21-month program. So basically, it's a 2-year program. And these programs include what we call advanced practice or applied research. And these are programs where students will typically do a core element of academic study, but they will have a 12 to 15-week period where they will have a live project with an organization or a full placement where they're working within an organization to gain experience. And again, this is a really valuable experience as part of a master's program for students coming to Ulster University. As you did say, we do have a September intake for our master's programs, but for around 25 of our master's programs, we also have a January intake as well. So if there is a particular course that you are interested in, do let us know. You can check the website to see if we have a January intake. Or again, if you contact us directly or TCL Global team, they will be able to guide you on the options for a January intake as well. Like I did say earlier, for students that have applied for September, and for whatever reason, if they're apprehensive, please do rest assured that if you have applied for a particular master's program where there is a January intake, if you are unable to come in September, then obviously we can defer your intake to the January, provided that course is running okay.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much, Neil. For the PhD, especially for Middle East, we receive lots of inquiries, and some of them should sponsor students. And they always asked for the best way to apply for PhD, whether you contact the supervisors or departments or the normal application process. So what would be your advice for PhD candidates?
Yeah, absolutely. So PhD is typically, it is just slightly different to the application process for a degree program or a master's, for the simple reason that it is a very unique type of application that you're specifically applying to do research for a very specific area. So what we would always advise is on the Ulster University website, we have what is called our doctoral college. And it outlines the key areas of research and the key faculty and staff and academic staff that we have and the areas that they specialize in. It also highlights the number of funded opportunities with PhD programs that we have at Ulster, but also the self-funded. So if you are intending to pay for a PhD program yourself, or if you're being funded from your home country to come and do some area of research, what this will do is it will outline to you the process for application. What we would typically advise is, if you know the exact area of research that you're intending to do, if you have a look on our website at the particular faculty or school within that area, you will see a number of staff and the areas of research that they specialize in. What we would advise is for you to contact that member of staff directly and just to informally ask them if there are opportunities within your area of research. And they will highlight to you and outline if there is a valid option for you at Ulster. If that is the case, then the next step that they would ask you to do is to make an application. And as part of that, you will complete a typical application form, but you would also need to include a proposal of what your research is going to be. And within that proposal, you must highlight key elements such as, what will your research be? How long will that research take? What are the outcomes you intend to get from that research? And why specifically would Ulster be a good university for you to do that research at? Perhaps it's our facilities, it's our location, perhaps it's the academic staff and their skills and background that they specialize in. So all of that needs to be highlighted within that research proposal. Once we receive that, then the academic members of staff within that faculty will assess your proposal. And if they can support it, then obviously they will get back to you and let you know what the circumstances are and the conditions. And if not, then the reason that they are doing that is either because the proposal is perhaps not full enough in its nature, or perhaps we just simply do not have an academic member of staff that can supervise you in the correct way for you to do your research correctly and to its full potential.
Okay, thank you very much. Really very important information. Yes, viewers who are already with us, if you want to join a virtual fair in June and July month, you have the opportunity to speak with Daniel and his colleague. So please register today. That the virtual fair, you will have a one-to-one sessions. You can contact our team in Dhaka and Sylhet. You can contact our team if you are based in Middle East. You can contact our team in Kuwait City, in our office, also in our Riyadh office in Saudi Arabia, and my team based in Portsmouth, and you can contact as well in our team. You will find all our details in our website, in our Facebook pages. We have been working for quite a long time with the Ulster University. We have a good relation with the Ulster. We are official partner. And as I said earlier, that our service is completely free of charge. We have UK graduate counselor, expert counselor who can actually provide you the right information, right course about this university. So Neil, we can actually move to scholarship part, especially South Asian, North African, African students is very important topic, for them, So if you can touch about the scholarship is available for international students.
Yeah, absolutely. No, you're absolutely right. Scholarships are a key part of many universities and the offering that they have for particular countries. Here at Ulster University, we have an international scholarship, which is available to all of our international students. So anyone who is watching this and from the Middle East or Africa region, we have an automatic £2,000 scholarship, which is available for international students. And this scholarship, you actually do not need to apply for it. Specifically, when you apply for your particular course and program, if you are successful and you achieve an offer letter, this discount would be applied automatically within that offer letter, the £2,000 discount. In addition to that, there are a few other scholarships that we have specifically for particular regions, particular courses. And what we do always advise is for applicants to keep an eye on our scholarships page. So I know, for example, that for this September, we have a master's in TCL, which is teaching English of speakers of other languages. And we know that at this present moment, we have 2 additional scholarships of £1,000, which students apply for as well. And that is highlighted on the website at this present moment. For students who are applying for our foundation program, for example, we have a very, very attractive scholarship available for those students where you will get your automatic £2,000 scholarship discount from your tuition. But in addition to that, for September 2020, students who have applied for that program will also get a £2,000 scholarship discount from their accommodation. So if you are coming to stay at the university, you will also get a £2,000 discount off that 1 year's accommodation. So when we apply that discount, your accommodation will actually be equal to £69 per week, including your study bills. And if you've done your research within the UK and universities around the UK, £69 per week for your own ensuite room with all of your bills is probably the lowest you will pay in the entire UK.
Okay. Thank you very much. So you said there's automatically, so a student doesn't need to apply, isn't it? Yeah, this scholarship.
That's correct.
Okay. Thank you. If you want to find out more, you're most welcome. Always contact our team in Dhaka and Sylhet, and also in Middle East, and our team in Portsmouth, UK. If you want to find out more about this scholarship. So, Neil, we can also touch a bit about the accommodation options and accommodation cost, as well as the connections. You can see that from London to Belfast, there is a regular flight, is there every day, as well as when I travel to Belfast, I travel from Southampton, there is the major from the lots of flight from the major destination from part of the UK and Scotland as well to Belfast. As well, Belfast got the international airport where they can actually fly directly some of the Middle East destination, isn't it, Neil?
Correct. What you've said is absolutely correct. In terms of our location and our connections. I'll start with the accommodation first. So with regards to accommodation, across the university, we are a multi-campus university. So we have 4 campuses across Northern Ireland, and all 4 campuses have their own individual accommodation options linked directly for that campus. So whichever campus you're based on, we have an accommodation offering for you. The accommodation pricing starts from £80 UK pounds per week and goes up to £140 per week. And that would include all of your bills. Now, the reason for the difference in pricing really comes down to what your exact requirements are. So if you, for example, want your own ensuite, that's a little bit more expensive. If you want your own private studio with your own kitchen, your own living area, and your own private area, then that is obviously going to be a little bit more expensive as well. But there are multiple options. As a university, we do understand that international students, there are many different requirements that students do have, and we are very accommodating to that. If you let us know in advance of specific requirements or requests that you have, our accommodation team will do their very best to meet those. So, for example, if you know that you want to live specifically with people from a particular region, perhaps you want to integrate just with domestic, like UK students, perhaps you want to live in single-sex accommodation, all male, all female, perhaps you want to live in a section where it is no alcohol. Those are conditions that we can meet as well, because we do understand that people have different requirements, and coming to a new country and coming to meet new people and doing the course, there are a lot of changes in your life, and having something that you're familiar with, like an environment that you feel comfortable with, is very, very important for you to be successful on your course. So as part of that application process for your accommodation, we do have a section there which is to ask you about your requirements, and that is a perfect opportunity for you to tell us what requirements and expectations you have of your accommodation. So with regards to the location, as we said, we are well connected throughout the entire UK. There are many, many flights on a daily basis from Belfast to London, which I know many people will fly into London initially. The flight time from Belfast to London is between 50 minutes to 1 hour. So it is a very, very short flight. But as we also said, there are multiple connections to other major cities around the UK. So cities, direct flights from Belfast to Glasgow, Edinburgh, Manchester, Birmingham, Exeter, Southampton, London, Cardiff. So all over the UK, we are well connected, and those flights go on a daily basis. So if, for example, you have friends or family across the UK, that's to reassure you that you will be able to visit them through the flight connections. And like I said, the longest flights within the UK from Belfast to anywhere are no more than 1 hour and 15 minutes. And so typically they're around it's around 35, 40 minutes from Belfast to Manchester, and around 1 hour from Belfast to London. So that gives you an idea of the flight duration.
Okay, thank you. Yes, the viewers, actually, the daily students who join, just if I can actually just a little bit summarize what we discussed today. So we touched initially the COVID-19, that yes, the university is accepting application. The plan as it is, the September intake is go ahead. So you can apply. There is no problem. TCL Global can actually help you for your application. We also discuss about the January intake, the master's level courses they are offering January. So in case of September intake, if anything happen, you have options, certain courses you can defer. We also discuss about the foundation courses. So there's a foundation courses you can apply, and Ulster, and also we discuss about the undergraduate courses, and also some industrial placement options as well. And also discuss about the scholarship. There is a scholarship available for Ulster University. You can contact our team, or you can find in Ulster University website the available, and it is automatically qualified once you apply, once you got the offer. Also, we discuss about the minimum on instructions, and it's case by case, the country and institution. And if you want to find out more, you can discuss, you can contact our team can help you. Also, we also announced that there's a virtual fair in June and July month. So you have opportunity to connect with the Neil. You can directly have a meeting, one-to-one meeting with the Neil. And if you want to find out more about the Ulster University. Pretty much that actually we discussed. Yeah, final anything, Neil, you want to add before we finish today? Yeah.
Well, first of all, I just want to thank people for their time in joining us today. It's great to be able to have a personal communication directly with students. I think the most important thing is, from the university's perspective and from my own personal perspective, is that we do understand that students are very unsure. There's a lot of uncertainty at the moment with regards to COVID-19. And I suppose from Ulster University, our core message really is that our commitment to you getting your education is the priority. We are continually looking at ways to improve our delivery, how we support students through this pandemic. And our focus has always been on ensuring that students continue to get the education that they have applied for. I think what we would always say is, please continue to apply to the university as normal, because we don't know when these restrictions are lifted, how things will change. But we will guide you step by step. And as a university, we will try and be as transparent as we can to guide you through step by step. There will be times perhaps when you don't get the information immediately, but please do bear with us. As soon as we have any new information, we will always outline and update our students and our partners, such as TCL, with regards to those decisions. And we will inform you immediately. But as you can imagine, and as I'm sure it will be the same in whatever country you're watching this from, the decisions by the government and these changes are changing on a day-to-day basis. And so that is something that we can only respond to these decisions when we hear them from the government also. But yeah, we just want to say thank you. Keep applying. We will update you as soon as we can with any further information.
Thank you, Neil. Thank you very much. I think we will try our best to give as much as information about the Ulster. If you still have any question, you can contact our team, and our dedicated team is for you. And TCL Global is we have a dedicated team who can actually help you with the applications and any suggestion about the PhD, or any application, any scholarship, anything actually, any advice you need, please contact our team. Our team actually will be help you. So thank you very much for joining us today, and hope to that you will join our virtual fair in June and July month. And hope it's a very difficult time, as Neil said that, and I hope you will stay safe and take care. Thank you. Thank you, Neil, very much for your time today.
No, thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.